Hi, I'm Keith McCullough. Welcome back. Today what I want to do is go through your top 3 questions on Twitter. We get a ton of questions from you. These are the top 3, the most market timely questions we got today. Thanks for sending them in. Some very thoughtful questions. First question is from Left Hash. Now, can a 3.5 to 4% yield curve coexist in a ZIRP environment, ZIRP being 0% interest rates, and will Janet Yellen be forced to move short-term rates? I think it's a very thoughtful question in terms of what could actually happen that people aren't expecting. So in other words, if Janet Yellen were to come out and her first shot across the bow is, I'm going to taper, and I'm going to taper for the next 12 to 18 months on a program. What will end up happening is that the short end of the curve stays low, and the long end of the curve could easily run to 3.5 to 4%. What I'd argue in that case is that she will lose control of the bond market and ultimately be forced to raise short-term rates as well, which is a very interesting scenario because that's currently not what the market's thinking about. Very good question there. Second question from C. Shasta. C. Shasta, that's Sparky. I think your real name's Tracy. Tracy, what happens to the Euro bull thesis if interest rates are decreased in Europe, or is that rate cut stuff just banter? Great question, very timely today, Tracy, obviously because you have all these people who are running around saying that the Europeans need to cut interest rates because they have deflation or something like that. This is the polar opposite of our view, which is, in fact, that as the euro strengthens, you deflate the inflation, and as you deflate the inflation, you get a consumption or consumer price tax cut. This is a very good thing. Draghi is going to like this. Draghi cutting interest rates, I think that that's a really bad idea. Moreover, I don't think he's going to do it. So what you do today is you buy the euro on that. Third question from Chris Peterson, and he always asks great questions. You should follow this guy. How does the uncertainty of the taper timeline, December to March, affect the dollar and interest rates on both our trade and trend durations? Now, for HedgeEye clients, you know what trade and trend durations are, but just to explain it, trade 3 weeks or less, trend 3 months or more, so 3, 6, 9, 12 months. So can the dollar have 2 different positions across those different durations, Chris? Absolutely yes. So in the immediate term, I think what can happen to the dollar from here, like today's price, is it can go down because the likelihood of Ben Bernanke tapering at the December meeting is very, very low. And the likelihood of Hilsenrath coming out with a rumor at any time, including today, by the way, that he is not going to taper is also very high. So in other words, short the dollar today, but over the intermediate term, what you're going to be looking for is that legitimate tapering expectation. That's when we'll get back into the dollar. We'll first cover our short. We might actually sell the euro on that. There'll be a lot to do, but that's not what you want to be doing right now. What we'd be doing today is actually shorting the dollar and buying gold. So thanks for your top 3 questions. We really appreciate it. Any more feedback, ping me at my Twitter handle, which is @Keith McCullough. Thanks.